This is going to blow your boomer mind.
Okay. That's going to be the clip I use. This is going to blow your boomer mind. I'm keeping that.
I read that the reason why Gen Z doesn't like capital letters, they're too intense. They're different. The brains have evolved, I feel like, because of the phone.
Right.
Gen Z is the first post-phone generation.
Right.
That's why they matter. That's why we talk about them so much.
Right.
That's why they're so different.
Right.
Is that they are the beginning of what Ray Kurzweil years ago called the singularity. He said in 2028 is when man and machine would kind of meld inexorably, and that's what they're talking about now with AI. Isn't that your tour called AI?
Yeah, artificial intelligence, right.
Look at me like I'm a real host.
I think most of this is Steve Jobs' fault. I say that jokingly because of the phone. Yeah. In nature, everyone was not meant to have that loud of a voice or that effective of a voice. I think we were meant to have, everybody should have a voice, but to be able to say something and the entire world hear and see it instantly, I don't think is healthy.
In nature, we were meant to do what we're doing. Looking another human being in the eye, in person. There are things that you don't even realize consciously that you're reading about another human when you're talking to them in person. You know, it's just their face. It just matters. And they don't seem to want to, I mean anyone who's like okay with living life on a screen, they don't seem to care to acknowledge that very key distinction, that we have not evolved past that. And maybe we shouldn't. It's not making us better.
I think it's fascinating that Trump, hate, and then you have these leaders go in a room, and 3 hours later they come out and they've made a deal. It's like the art of the deal behind a door, and he knows how to talk to people, and there's something there. You meet the guy in person.
That's why I had that dinner with them that they all hated.
And I bet you walked out of there going, you've said it a million times, that this is not the guy that you thought it was going to be. Is that right?
No, that I said a crazy person doesn't live in the White House. A person who plays a crazy person on TV lives in the White House.
Right.
And why he chooses to do that or whether that is the real, I just put it in the lap of the audience. You decide. I'm just the reporter. I went into the mine. This is what I saw down there. And you make of it what you will. But of course, we don't live in that world.
Is he a master manipulator or is his skin just that thin?
Oh, it's totally that thin. I mean, he's really that thin, but not in all context. That was so interesting, was I challenged him on any number of things.
Right.
From the trivial, like why you don't have a dog, to the Iran deal.
Right.
And he never once bristled, like cut me off, delivered a monologue, stopped looking me in the eye.